Alright, back here with Rogue Trader. We're on Footfall finally. Adira is doing things, ignore her. But yeah, so Footfall, we got ambushed, we immediately retreated back to the ship to heal Hanuman's wounds, and now we're just exploring Footfall and seeing if that choice fucked everything. Why do I keep calling him Hanuman? His name is Pascal. His name is Hanuman now. Opticon. Why are you carrying the box like that again? Tall Hunch Tech Priest says you unblinkingly the breeding mask conceals his gaunt features. He's got a unique image. The skin of his hands is a sickly gray hue, while augments sure sign of combat damage are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. I'm not familiar with that word. Initiating identification procedure, you identify the largest Opticon 22, fully authorized representative, structural part of an cognizance fleet of the priesthood of Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted the following options: info exchange, strength and diplomatic relations, trade deals, donations. Official greeting, glorious Cestus Valancius, yada yada yada. Pascal and Opticon trade glances and short series of bicuric signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Said bow is lower than Pascal's. Received an invitation to a meeting. Confirmed. I wish to discharge mutual contractual obligation designated lodges their data. Under contractual obligation in question, 34.761 Terran cycles ago, the Explorator Cognizance Fleet received from representatives authorized units of Vonvlade Dynasty high volume of high-grade Promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalon Void tankers. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment reciprocal offering from the Cognizance Fleet can be made to Von Vlad's assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled. Confirm your status regarding acceptance of payment. We've had extensive business dealings with you. Statement is true, included 1,292 contractual obligations by the counterpart identified as Theodora. Most substantial was Pact 8 Yule in accordance with Archimagos Cuban Dilson, data ushered to 7 Hallowed Workshop, 7-fold Hallowed Workshop in the Sacred World of Euteritus 2. Transfer to planet Kieva Gamma to perform duties administer its fabricator sensor. Services of such a highly enlightened... Okay, too many synonyms. Servants were recompensed during the offering of paid-for 7-year contract granting the fleet's exploration vessels maintenance privileges at the Gamma facilities. That is true. In the last couple of decades, Lady Theodora took pains to form a strong relationship with the Cognizance Fleet. They're just talking. She turned down a dozen candidates looking for the right tech monitor to watch over Kieva Gamma. What payment can I expect? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractums are Astra processing complexes, quantity stipulated contractual obligation. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for performance as a sacred template construct. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be his beneficence, which has bestowed these complex industrial might and full cycle reproduction and life support. I am willing to accept the payment. Request accepted, sacred machines will be loaded into the hoard of your vessel. Contract... Well, obligation to service data has concluded. The Cognizance Fleet thanks House Malicious for its cooperation. Interesting. I imagine these are for like planet mining or something. I seek the friendship of Adeptus Mechanicus. They are interested on terms of treaties. Mars willing to provide services to the Von Valancius dynasty. Priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. I do like his speech here. Fleet will be glad/alternative unavailable to accept sacred technology, xenotech, miscellaneous items. Cool. Great. Why are you interested in xenotech? Is that heresy? It is reasonable to believes that the forbidden knowledge in the hands of the litany causes destruction and violations that go against the Omnissiah's will. Weakness of mind and will unleash xeno-heresy, which consumes the litany whole. An example that demonstrates the outline pattern, avoid stagnation in the system. Okay, I don't care. Destruction of these heretics is high priority, but not enough to demand immediate action. Cool. But why do you want info about the planets? Cool. So we got like a rumor. Omnifies the study of Cronus Expanse is the sacred mission. Operational objective: Cognizance fleet information about planets, star systems, and the Expanse will compile, study, and transfer to holy repositories of Mars, and just increasing totality of knowledge. Trade deal. All right, time to yoink them for everything we got. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. If a Deadeye shot reduces their deflection by -1. You know, I don't like when they do double negatives, but they don't mean double negatives. What they mean is they reduce their deflection by 1. Applies 1 exploit until the end of combat, stacks up to 3 times. That sounds absolutely great. Cool. If we go to 5, we can't even get that, so who cares? Toughness bonus to Medicaid. And MP after using a medkit. That's pretty cool. Cool. Is there anything we can give that will be immediately very good? So, Heretic or Holy Gifts, I don't think we have any of those. Oh, we do. So 500. Give 2 armor kits, bring us to 800. And we need 350, so we'll just do some guns. I'll do 1 miscellaneous and then 3 guns. Cool. And we can't get these, but, you know, good to have. Combat servitor. We can talk to that servitor. Cool. He doesn't talk as is expected of a servitor. Oh, there's a puzzle here. 1, 2. Okay, so I think we need a button. Yeah, I feel like we need to find button 2. Ragman. Okay. As it is a man who specializes in rags. Someone reported in Ryan informed me 2 days ago discharge was interrupted by a raid launched by the Avars gang, and the attacked 3 loaded servitors were put out of commission. Loader servitors. Furthermore, 1 cargo container, serial number that, was still along with contents. Cool. We'll just steal that report for no reason.
None shall stand in my way.
Commerce information.
I did it.
Destination Janus, covered in dust, might have spent a long time at the docks. Cool. Get some information.
I've read about this.
First glance, they look like standard containers, but the frames have been reinforced. The sealing improved to keep the smell, and these are used to transport contraband. Interesting. So what's the map of this area looking like? So that's the locked-in thing. And we can just steal this stuff because we say so. Another note, now's their time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds, carve up their bodies like carcasses of the slaughterhouse. Imperial Navy, Carter von Velocis, their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow will erase you from memory. And it's dangerous stuff. Cool. Thievery! Okay. A lot of people, not actually people to talk to, though. Also, there's a dead man here, which is a slight problem. Oh, he has inventory. Holy book by the altar, the damn void customs guy. Guess what? Hanger by the window. Remember to bow to the emperor through the window. Huh. Corpse looks horrifying. The victim was thoroughly beaten before being shoved into a crack between the boxes. One of the hands is clutching a piece of paper that we just read.
Victory awaits!
We're exploring, we're exploring. Double care. Come on, we've known each other for 8 years. Where do you get these numbers from? Cool.
A new challenge for me?
There it is. Oh, fancy people. The Aristocats hanging out 10 feet from the... Servants. You're jiggy with it. Yeah, okay, they're all saying the same thing. Find us wines from Jonas. Interesting. I thought there would be a person over there. Alright, what about you? Wait your turn. I don't believe in turns.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Cool. Oh, more information.
My house.
Okay, it's
would be
marked
proud
food
of
stuff,
me.
but it's empty, and by the looks of it, has not moved in a while. Okay, same thing. So these are potentially
Let us
enemy
see
weapon
what I
storage.
found.
Stuff for the anders. Ambush and wait. Oh, also for equipping items. Huh. That's actually really useful. But I took the grenade perk. Speaking of that, wants these gloves. So no, yeah, that's definitely much better. No. Yeah, I mean that's just not very useful here. Okay. What do we currently have? So Theodore's. So willpower down. The malediction of Riken Rhinosaurus. No! Is it just me? That's fine.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Cool. Can we talk to anyone about all of the, like, Doom notes that we keep seeing around everywhere?
Done.
Small altar central spell is giving to Drusus, a saint from the neighboring Calaxis sector who is widely revered in Cronus Expanse. Life of Drusus, Volume 31. So what the hell's going on with Dira? Oh. Well, combat ended, guys. Don't know how to tell you that. Okay, maybe there was, maybe we don't need to find two, and instead it's a permutation puzzle. What are we? So, any of those notes that we found, a strange memo, holy book by the altar, yeah. So there's the altar by the
It's about
book by the
time.
altar, which we already. Let me see if I can get any actual information about this. Volume 3. Okay, yep, this is the puzzle. Got it. Okay, so 3 is first. So let me just... Alright, so 3 is first. The Void Customs guy is always on duty. And Hanger by the window. Hanger by the window is up here.
None shall stand in my way.
I'd assume it's up here. So it says hangar by the window, which is over here, but it's by the window. The only thing of note here is this guy. She's Janice.
A new challenge.
Sorry, now I'm dedicated to trying to solve this puzzle here before I go. Okay, they're all saying the same stuff. Here's a different window. I know this item is not going to be worth it, but
Stars.
it's the same leaflet. Alright, bow to the Emperor through the window. Maybe that 11 there. So that'd be 1. Right. Yeah, so we'll say that's 1. And the servitor guy, or the customs guy, I don't know where he is. Cold trader.
It's about time.
It's probably rank 5. Okay. Well, let's give this a shot. Okay, so 3, 5, 2, 1. 3, 5, 4, 1. Cool. And that is how you logic through. Okay, never mind. There's a lot of stuff in here. Auto gun, not too impressive. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh, there you go. Something for Adira.
My whispers crave entertainment.
Oh, what do you have currently, actually? Yeah. Yeah, you should have these because you kill 2 more people pretty frequently, lady. 5 persuasion is nice. Yeah, go for it. Cool. All right. Well, you know, not the most exciting spend of time, but we did figure out the puzzle. And the guess what was obviously right, it was oh, did you get Eden? No, it's right here. Sorry, I just lost the image. Right, 1, so we found 3. Void Customs Sky to Void Customs are 5. Right, 3 was guess what, so you literally have to permutate it from the other ones, and the window, we guess, was 1. Based on the number of the... Ah, yes, the two locations. The shadow quarters and the atrium. Let's go to the atrium. Oh, well, people.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I will. So, fireproof cape, immune to burning. That's not bad. Every time I come here, I go deaf to sounds of past assault. My ears trumped with glory. Find a rustle of rags and clean coins above
Follow
all
my
else.
lead.
It's Adira. Must be the children of Terra. Be the Emperor's light. Never forsake you. How's it going, citizen? You hammering that floor good? Hey, 12 hour. Place has turned me nearly as deaf as well. Without sources, voice in my head is not swearing. It's merchants, gunshots. It's the same wherever everyone goes on Footfall. Lord Durium.
I did fine.
Columns appeared back when the station was founded, and it is assumed that Footfall becomes the wondrous palace of the stars. Yeah, you look a lot fancier than everything else.
Victory awaits.
Yo, free floor. Same leaflet. What about you? Same type of leaflet. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo, is that a locked object? Ours now. Oh, hey, cutscene. Several harried-looking individuals, some of them are faces smeared with fresh blood. Angry cries and twisted faces near doubt. A massacre is about to take place. Cut their throats already. What are they thinking, laying that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No, no cutting. We'll get their blood on us and we'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Oh, hey, there was an image. And Amaya's Dolosoro. Be quiet, you scoundrel. You dare pass judgment on others. What arrogance right do you think you have? That's Reverend Hydamus. I'm surprised he decided to intervene in a street squabble. What's going on here? And who are you supposed to be? Envoy to Von Valencia's dynasty. Won't say we are the rogue trader immediately. Come for Lady Theodora? Pardon me, noble sir. Interesting. We are just rooting out heresy, the scrawny ones. They're from the ship that came from the bowels of Dakota's expanse. They got plagued there, mutants, and they're spreading their rot everywhere. The taint, they're all... Silence! You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All I do is suffering and repenting for the rest of your days. What's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. We're refugees. I swear to Golden Throne we served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. We're their protectors that were meant to shield us from the lands the lands of humanity from nightmares, traitors, and heretics, a lot of them. Murmur runs through the crowd. People gawk at you and the priest at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless cloud is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acrid, acid yellow streaks of fear, the red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all those who scoured here. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish-black grief. But the words are transparent as the ice lies at the top of the glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, and such is their nature. Interfering in affairs is hardly worth you or me. Interesting. Coercion -5. Hmm. trying to interpret Cassia's words here. Let's just address them instead of doing the coercion right now. Those are serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. What more proof do I need? Kiev Gamma used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods to those from generations. When they came, they butchered, tortured, and sacrificed entire blocks into darkness. We were on the ship up and over, and all those messages started coming in. Half the wardens down there joined them right away, and they even reached us in our ship with some blight that made half our crew take their own lives. We barely escaped. We barely made it here. Why? Why did this happen to us? Wonder what this is all about. Is our planet really under attack, or did some devious opportunity to send these slanderers here to undermine the might of Von Valencia's dynasty? What could it be, I wonder? There's one guy, I bet you've heard of him. His name's Kuron von Fortivir von Valencia. Spared for us not too long ago, and after having his ass handed to him, he must be itching to get even. Get even by besmirching our dynasty to which he belongs and the supremacy over which land he claimed? He laid claim. He is scum, but he's no idiot. No, I think this is something else. There are many who wish to weaken House von Valencius. Either that or it's much simpler. These people aren't lying, and their planet was captured by heretics, and the rest they made up themselves. I can sense darkness in their past. I may not be an expert on Korads or their schemes, but when it comes to things like this, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll try this. Hey, succeeded. That red that pops up here makes me always think we failed. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. Refugees use interruption to make off direction of Dock Alpha Row. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. I am Reverend Hylas Doloroso, head of the Durian mission here. Drusian. Dude, oh my god, I'm being so dyslexic today. And I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have time. We can talk to them. Alright, probably going to just talk to them, and that's probably going to be the end of it. I don't have too much time today. But yeah, we can use them to look into our rumors a little bit more. So we're starting to get some. Some type of catastrophe is good. Got some lore here in here. Mesh fashion devices and cables, you notice equipment from totally different eras. Some ancient, some merely old, others hastily tossed together in more recent years. Is this another pamphlet of doom? Yep. We'll affect them all like Pokemon.
Done.
Statue undoubtedly depicts Parce's Dwayne, the legendary rogue trader who founded Footfall. It's very tall. There you go.
A new challenge for me.
What is this? Cyberconscious hair would be enough to trick any to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scrawled drawings, a frivolous writing scratched there and there in the casing. Several keys are missing, and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal lets out a mournful hiss, phrases grimly. Right, operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated. Requesting identification and punishment of a deplorable acolyte entrusted of caring for the spirit of this machine. Alright, let's try to repair it. Alright, so series increasing groans as dusty screen lights up. Several lines of text, section headings. Praise to Omnissiah. The machine's spirit of cogitators agreed but willing to serve. Welcome. Okay, it's just a welcome message. Prometheus Dwayne. I've never heard of such a rogue trader house. However, this Prometheus was, we thought it big. Another trailblazer becomes expansive the station's founder. I've read about his great deeds. Lord Dwayne was once a colonel in the Astra Militarium, but by his will later inherited a warrant. He activated enough power together to small fleet of loyal allies venture out to conquer Dracona's expanse. Footfall is meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades and eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned into a bastion of humanity we know today. One that's full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. That's her lecture note. Her lecture is over. Section title about Footfall. Footfall Station is visioned by the great Prometheus Dwayne as the Palace of the Star. Okay, we've already got this information. Oh, it broke halfway through. Who acts by Emperor's will and then it starts trying to shut down. One of the first structures of Footfall is a colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for its creation of this sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey to all that every faithful servant Imperium feels before the Master. Statue is the center of Footfall in the same way the Emperor is the center and heart of the Imperium. Construction progresses, new smaller asteroids being attached to the statue, their surface serving as the foundation for glorious palaces and temples, their inner tunnels as homes for the commoners and rabbles. His design. He intends to conquer the Cronus expanse and build a grander structure, names throughout the ages, yada yada yada. He intends to conquer. He is enraged and willing functions no more. I will see the profaners responsible for his maintenance are marked for servo penance. Cool. Got a little bit of XP.
None shall stand in my way.
Grab those. Save, because I haven't saved in a bit. Then we'll try to have this little talk here. Emperor protects. Emperor protects. Emperor protects those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith and fallen from it from the embrace of pride most degenerates. And you must be the young Von Valancius. The name carries weight and is a burdensome one, and for its reputation suggests the enduring encumbered with it many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry onward, picking along the way like ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison? We have the opportunity. Let's do a little bit dogmatic. We still don't even have, like, the second level, I don't think, in anything, so I think we should try to do these until at least we have some. Alright, let's do dogmatic. Let's do our little namaste. Well, then be twice as diligent, for the sector will seize any chance of your faith. Hey, 4 dogmatic points. Nice. Greetings, sister. Congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was. A lady known her ship was attacked by Sir's arch enemy who appalled the heart of any righteous soul, and not all of them were met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, the blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the Von Valancius dynasty from the forces of the arch enemy. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall reliquary. Do we chime in? I don't know enough, like, meta-contextual, I don't know enough lore whether or not it's proper for us to bear any weight here. Yeah. Sit by my side during the assault on the ship, and I can see your assistance going forward. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was all the years preceding your arrival. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, and perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start your new path, I request to make you of your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They brought me troubling news of Footfall's shadow quarters in the darkest corners where the Legion's wardens do not venture. Taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy serving the archenemy is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow cultists mark their abodes with sun inscribed in blue and gold and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know evil lurks around us. I wish to see retribution. We will verify this rumor. With great pleasure, and almost wish the rumor to be true, my heart yearns to battle some heretics. So I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble, Von Valancius, is there more you wish to talk about? I have a question about faith. My sermon planted the seeds of faith in your heart of another rogue trader once, Corda. Perhaps you're destined to become my second fledgling. Proper way to worship the Emperor. Pray to him, destroy his enemies, touch on their poisoned gifts, cast aside all doubt and be vigilant against the weak souls besides you. When you see a taint, burn it away without pity. Pain is good, it tears the crust of violence from one's soul. Remember that you see no fault in you or around you, and you are not being diligent enough in your search. Or you are being too lenient on yourself, averting your eyes from the truth. Who is the enemy of the Imperium? Three faces. The Xenos, Xenos, I think it's pronounced Xenos in this world, who wish death upon us simply because they are unlike us. Subhuman mutants, abominations that wish death upon us because they envy us and are ashamed of themselves. And the arch enemy that reigns in Imperium, wishes death by its very nature. You forgot to mention people like me. My whole life people have told me I'm filth on the face of humanity. It's poison and it's bane. Alright, tell me about Corda. Heard of Asper's Corda, pirate, blasphemer, xenophile, and egregious apostate? Incendiaries are hair and a rarity among road traders. The protection of the holy ward typically leads to a swift atrophy of conscience and pious dread, but not Incendia's faith. She relentlessly hunts down pirates and firebrands and brings rebelling colonies repentance, establishing strict discipline. The weight of her wrath is great indeed. Colonies she punishes are girded with orbital rings of heretic corpses as a warning to survivors. And her personal confessor and guide, I find no end to joy and triumphs of faith bringing. You don't really care too much about that. Let's just play nice for now. All its worthy respect. It's good you realize this may be difficult to admit, but mercy is a weakness and a gateway to degradation. Thank you for the explanations. Alright. Cool. Alright. And with that, how does the read level? It's 700. Cool. That's our shit parts here. Cool. With that, we're going to end this here. We've got our agenda locked in, and we have a new proper kind of objective here on Footfall, which is to clear out the Shadow Quarter from cultists, which no doubtly we will encounter quite a bit of. Alright. Alright, so again, we're just kind of continuing on here, exploring Footfall. It's, you know, been a day or two since last played, but we got the blessing here and a rumor to go check out the Heresy and Shadow Quarters. So, you know, that's good. I guess we are leaning more dogmatic. Where did we actually end up here? I don't think I checked. We're dogmatic 1 now. Cool. I mean, that's not terrible. It's not terrible, actually. It's also fine. Okay, so we should sit down and figure this out, actually. We only got, like, you know, half an hour or so before we need to cook dinner and stuff, but, you know. So we need to figure out what we actually want to lock into. Because, well, I haven't heard exactly what. I have heard that if you don't reach rank 3 in one of those things by a certain point, I think Act 3, I believe, you'll be kind of, like, locked out of a bunch of story content for being, you know, not that pertains to the path that you're walking down, basically. Oh, interesting. I didn't even notice this little bar here. Anyways, so we're going to choose one to try to focus a little bit more. Obviously, we're not going to just, like, solely focus, but, you know, because we try to at least maintain some semblance of a character. But, you know, we're going to definitely start leaning towards. So, what do we want to do here? I'm still feeling a little bit more dogmatic, and that is largely because, funny enough, they tend to be a lot more of the practical solutions, in fact, to a lot of the issues. You know, some of them are forever blown, and I don't want to take those options when I can, but I think they overall are fitting more of kind of what this character's experience with the darker side can be, that just still has at least some, like, wiggle room in regards to certain things can overtake it in the Iconoclast thing. We got so many points in Iconoclast. I don't even know what we did to do that. Oh, we must have gotten it from the choosing to save the reactor. What's for level 2 here? Absolution. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, so I think we're probably going to end up doing more dogmatic with little splashes of Iconoclast, as we kind of have been, but if you look at our score points, we're actually barely into dogmatic. Which is funny enough, because I've been, like, clicking dogmatic quite a bit, and we're still barely rank 1. You know, we're almost at Iconoclast 2. Alright, anyways.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Victory
Oh, I meant
awaits.
all of us to go. Oh yeah, we already read that. Cool. Shopkeeper. Can't actually talk to you. Oh, there's some platforming going on over there. Okay, good to know. Guard, guard, guard. All kinds of guards. Shoddy weapons. This is pamphlet. Is it another? Yeah. We're apparently on the collectathon to collect all of these exact pieces of notes. What's this holy says? Interesting. They're reacting to
I'll lay
Argenta.
claim to the stars.
Oh, another concentrator. Hell yeah.
I rise to the occasion.
Ooh. Some loot.
A new challenge for me?
Alright, what we got? Boots. Round to wearer. I mean, that goes to
Sometimes
you.
consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
There you go, a yielding beacon.
The sooner we start.
We're out here to loot all of the local objects. Cool. Abelard!
Experience? Nothing matters more.
Cool. Does that even matter? It's the same thing? Yes. Not the
It's
same
about
thing, but
time.
one we have gotten previously. Oh, hey, a person, actually. Low hum of voice is quiet and doesn't gaze a shift to you. Greetings, you must be, and is a tall man with shaved head, opulent clothing nearly bursting the seams of his muscular body, and his expression is forbiddingly grim. He's still trying to put on an air of friendliness. Glance at the scroll in his mechanical hand and plant. Master Fidelio? All the guests have arrived. You're on the last list, and we can't wait to start without you. Your presence is absolutely invaluable. Alright, let's play along. Of course, I'm Fidelio. We can talk later. Chaplain is about to begin. What is this tomfoolery? Abelard grumbles, but not before making sure that the man is out of earshot. Abelard, we want to see what the hell's going on. Let's look around with Adira's god sight. Gathering you've found yourself at seems refined and respectable at first glance. Decoration of attendees' clothes speak of wealth and so its location, which isn't far from the Legion's residence. But you notice many of the gathered are rather imposing physique. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests look like they're covering the exit. A few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. Your appearance has definitely attracted everyone's attention. Just about every guest here keeps glancing at you and are clearly watching your every move, even though they're trying not to show it. I wonder who this Fidelio is and why they cannot start until he or she appears. Sure, where the fellow Liz is talking about him, it's someone very important, but it's not a name I've heard before. Also, Adira just permanently having the sight of God. I've never heard a name like that before either. So I'm thinking this might have to do with Anvil. That's why I'm playing along with it metatextually. After seeing a trillion leaflets on the way here. Alright, let's see what this is about. Don't mind me and my entourage of heavily armed people. Should have saved. Oh, what a terrible, sorrowful day. We pay our respects to the life and soul of the Footfall Society, a loyal servant of the Empyrean, a generous benefactor who has spared no expense to keep the fire of faith burning, an example to all the future generations. Notable, unforgettable Master Bellardo. This loss, the fussy administrative clerk speaks in a strained voice and keeps peeking at the paper of text written on it. Speech drags on and on, blending a monotonous cascade of praises for the late Master Bellardo. 20 minutes. I'm not sure when time passing really matters. So let's offer a prayer to Emperor for the repose of Master Bellardo's soul and prosperity of his heirs. I now pass on you, most Reverend Chaplain. I play this game like basically once I get home from work, and my speech is apparently just completely just thrown out the window, my ability to read. Formidable looking man is dressed in the attire of ecclesiarchy missionary, glares at the gathered crowd. Here you are, all you vultures, let's offer a prayer then. But you think the Emperor is a messenger of his will, in other words, myself, does not see your vile souls, you're sorely mistaken. I wasn't referring to Master Fidelio, at least Dens himself wanted to see him at the funeral, but the rest, I know every one of you, and I would be astonished to discover anyone here who truly mourns his loss. So, go ahead and pray for Belardo's soul. So we're the only person here who's supposed to actually care about him, but we don't even know what the hell's going on. Soon the flames will take him, a fitting end for life is, may the Emperor keep his soul. By another word, he makes a sign of Aquila and pointedly turns away from the attendees. Well, that was... Yeah, it turned out to be a funeral.
That wasn't so difficult.
All smelt as it seems very likely the drink has been poisoned. That's good. Let's do a quick save. Looks like the lure set trap managed to collapse on part of the building. Yeah,
None shall stand in my way.
This is real though, because we have to detect it. Yeah, just combat servitors at the funeral, that seems reasonable. You're still aren't you in a hurry by any chance? Yeah, I feel like there's meant to, like, it's a bunch of guys, meant to mug Fidelio, who's probably very wealthy. We're prepared to buy the gray-haired man laying in the coffin, they did a good job. Even in death, he looks majestic. Albeit, this is quite the meeting, if be such under the circumstances. Think good luck. Oh, something we actually don't have. Okay, so we're finally getting into checks that we don't have, like, guaranteed passes. The implants left in his deceased body speak of his high standing. Expensive texts typically extracted from the dead, and only the most prominent and wealthy avoid this fate upon their death. I've already know this man. Do I? I would tell you about this man, but the words I use would be improper for a funeral. This, your lordship, is Jerrycan Dens, known back in the day as one of the notorious pirates of the Cronos Expanse. They nicknamed him Jerrycan for his habit of having a jug or two of Promethium on hand. He did love burning things. Oh yes, he was a menace back then, but how long was that? 60 years ago? I was serving my days in the Navy when it came to the latest attack. How old are you, Avalard? Well, there has always been time when the sight of Jerrycan in a coffin would have been enough to make you dance. Quite literally, by the throat I would dance a jig on the spot. But now, I don't know. No more jumping into the warp right for under your cruiser's nose, eh, you old beast? Who'd have thought I'd be at your funeral? It's very grand for a pirate's funeral. Is this normal? Folks on Footfall are known to turn a blind eye to many things, but even the locals aren't so unscrupulous to honor a pirate scum a few paces away from the Legion's residence. But no one had heard of Dens for so many decades. I barely recognized him myself, and I've seen his face in pics a fair few times back then. I assume he retired and started a more or less honest life under a new name. What does they call him here, Master Belardo? Now I remember. Reverend Hieronymus mentioned Master Belardo as one of the biggest donors up to the temple. Interesting.
I won't tolerate.
So maybe these are a lot of these people are there's the Belardo, are people who knew him back in his pirate days. Among the words of parting and praise from deceased, a fresh entry stands. Repentance with the sign underneath fit. The letters are crabbed and barely legible.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Rashenta, can you disarm this damage?
Never doubt me.
Thank you. Self-firing trap wasn't placed here on accident. Ah, no. No, I wanted to talk to somebody. I didn't think that was going to be the end. You're so unclear to throat. The source of this sounds turned to be the administratum clerk you heard near the chaplain. His clothes are neat, fur impeccably pressed. His face, however, reveals extreme nervousness bordering on fear. Good, my good Master Fidelio. I hope you're satisfied with the service provided by our establishment. I beg of you, help me, but please keep your voice down. Can't let anyone hear us. It's a matter of life and death. What's the matter? Please understand, it's very difficult to get Footfall on my wages. Imperial regulation, blah blah blah, directly prohibits the chief operator of the crematorium from leaving the workplace for any reason other than sleep, food, severe illness, and administration of sacraments. Therefore, I am partially forced, to look around other sources of income that allow me to stay within these walls of this here establishment. I've set up a little, shall we say, enterprise. I replaced the implants of deceased with identical replicas and sell them right to people I have shipment ready. I had just prepared my newest batch of superb, unique implants of the highest quality, but I got careless. I used my first sick leave in 4 standard years, and it was on the very day Master Bellardo passed away, and his family was quick to organize a ceremony in our crematorium. I simply didn't have time to prepare, and now my container full of goods, in its furnace. It's in the furnace, and if you don't help me, it's going to burn any minute. Wait, so you hid your valuables in the furnace? I've been hiding them there for 10 years now, and quite successfully, I might add. Only rich citizens can afford to service a crematorium, and sadly, they don't die that often. Usually I sell the goods before the next body arrives, but I got unlucky this time. Help me if I beg you. We'll lean into our old crime lord life for a second here, and try to get this. So what do you need from me, and what are you offering in return? Well, there's still time. We can please get the furnace and pull the container of the implants out of there. We'll split the goods 50-50. You can even have first pick. Just please hurry. It'll soon be putting the coffin of old Blardo where it belongs, and then poof, it'll be reduced to ash, and my priceless augmetics along with it. Why'd you have to ask me specifically for help? There's no one else to turn to. All the guests here are scoundrels, murderers, or crooks, or all three at once. I was going to send in a servitor, but only personal servitors of House Blardo are allowed in the courtyard today, and I don't have their access codes. You're all I have left. I can tell you're an upstanding individual and no noble countenance too. The moment I saw you, I knew he will save you. I will help you on the following condition. You see, I am most definitely Master Fidelio, and I'm afraid I've misplaced some of my documents. If you make a copy of everything you can find in the archives that has my name on it, you'll get your contraband. Of course, still do. Most pleased with the results. Just help me for the throne's sake. So unpreserve you, make it look like you're just having a look around. It's a lot easier for you to wander in a restricted area without arousing suspicion than it is for me. Find a container, it's in the far corner, and get out and come back to me. I'll be waiting. Okay, let's just quickly save here. In case it's, like, actually, like, timed, but I really wanted to talk to, Bellardo here. The man at the indeterminate age turns to you and sighs loudly. You can tell by his breath that he came to ceremony after indulging in 1 or 2 glasses of a strong drink. Ah, Master Fidelio, I've heard so much about you, and here you are in the flesh. Did your father ever talk to you about repentance? That's hilarious. Even good old Chaplain doesn't tell me to repent. He gave up on me long ago, and my old dad, he gave on me long before that. Wait, you mean that repentance? The stupid ghost or whatever it was? I'm pretty sure my father did it himself to see no old cook, or maybe it was Dollar messing around. Where else could those words come from? What words are you talking about? Oh, you don't know? Out of the blue, writing has appeared on the walls of our house. Just one word. Repentance. Big, sprawling scribbles. Like a child's handwriting. First ones appeared 10 or so years ago, or years back. The help kept whispering about it being the work of ghosts. Woo! But for some reason, the old man didn't want to do anything about it, and he told me not to. The writing amused him somehow. Whenever he'd see repentance scratched on the wall, he'd just grin. It'd be good to take a look at that writing. If I had my guess, it doesn't sound like warp influence to me. If something really take up residence, the house would have made a bigger splash in 10 years. Like a dozen corpses big. Yeah, warp is not too subtle in this, world. What did... Oh. Ah. What have you heard about me? That you were, very close. I forget. I didn't mean anything. Just making conversation. Sorry, I didn't mean to double-click there. What did he die of? Age, debauchery, old wounds. By the end, my old man was more implant than man. Especially after the assassination attempt. People tried to kill him, you see, about 12 years ago. I haven't been introduced. I know we've done this conversation back. Pardon me, honored being the only child of the deceased. He don't seem particularly grief-stricken. If I was the one lying in the box, he wouldn't be crying his eyes out either. A son's feelings are complicated. I wasn't a good son, old Dens wasn't a good father. But I do miss him in my own ways, yes. He always seemed timeless to me, not just a bag of meat and ugly ambition like the rest of us are. Thank you for speaking to me. Okay, that was good information. I was wondering if that would, like, reveal us, because, like, he'd be, you know, knowledgeable. Talking Dagon here for a second. Master Fidelio. How did he die? Badly. He went downhill real fast just a year ago. He was still living it up, storming the slum asteroids to shoot riffraff and mutants, and then all of a sudden, he was done. His old wounds had caught up to him, and he had plenty of those, both from the old days and more recent ones, like when everyone tried to bump him off 12 years back, I think. Did I ever mention repentance? No, but I know what you're talking about. The scribbles on his home, right? Yeah, it happened, alright. And just writing appeared out of nowhere. On the walls, the mirrors, and always the same word. Repentance. Told him to get a psyker to check out the house for sorcery, but he said no. Too pricey, I guess. He said something about that, how he had already paid too much for repentance. Not a lot of psychers around, and a single one of them will cost you as much as a team of top-notch bruisers. Hey, listen, friend. How long did that go on, the writing? Anything else strange happen during the household? Flying knickknacks, furniture growing tentacles, people dying? Oh, all kinds of things happen, my girl. Things going flying, people dying too. Servants, that is. Whenever we felt like remembering our glory days, get sloshed half-jugged good stuff, that's when it would happen. I remember one time we decided to see who'd carve open servitors into dark the quickest. Alright, serious talk, nothing like that in the house. Nothing sorts us apart from the writing. As far as it begins, Xenos knows. 10, 12 years ago. Here, introduce yourself. Dago Orson, first mate Denza's ship, Master Darrow. Given his former occupation, I had a good idea what role you played under his command. They used to call me Torch. He's Jerry Can, I'm Torch. Those were the days. Yeah, so yeah, these are old compatriots that are, you know, here. Is there any information on the combat servitor? No. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Talk to the chaplain. Up close, Chaplain leaves you in a stronger impression. Tall, burly man whose hands and face bear numerous scars. Your face and hands bear numerous scars. His entire visage seems to tell a story of many heretics who met their end upon their encounter with this adept of the true faith. Pleasure to meet you, Fidelio. I prefer to go by Chaplain. That's both my name and my occupation. It's funny, despite being Denza's, that is to say, Master Bellardo's closest associate and confessor, I've never heard of you, the man he chose to be his sole heir. Oh my god! Oh, they're going to rip me off, the pirates and everything. I'm glad, of course, that inheritance didn't go to any of the other vultures, but I'm curious, why you? We have this because we talked to the other person and got some information. We were especially close. Unsurprising, Denz did like remarkable people, and he knew how to make people like him. Given your speech during the ceremony, I take it you're not fond of the other attendees. Yeah, he's a churchless missionary. Ambition and aspiration for wealth are not immoral in and of themselves, but I'm sick of the thought of such a great man has left nothing behind besides a pile of human refuse. His son is a drunk and a weakling. His friend Dagon, the one who greeted you at entrance, is a dim-witted brute with an incredibly bloated ego. His widow made off with the family yacht in the direction of the bottle. His body was still warm, and an entourage of 5 brawny, good-looking fellows. I'd like to believe he didn't choose you as the heir on a whim, Master Fidelio. At least he had the guts to come here into a nest of vipers who despise you because Denz's money and property slipped through their fingers. I respect that kind of audacity, and so did he. If I may, how did you come close to, famous pirate? Do you know why they call me Chaplain? It's because I was a priest on Denz's ship in his wilder days. If you're surprised, you shouldn't be. There are plenty of heretic scum among the pirates of the Expanse, but Denz wasn't one of them. He was a true believer, and he shared more of the Imperium's ideals than some of those stiff-necked officers. A leader of Iron Fist and Iron Will. Don't we owe our conquest to 1,000-star systems to people like that? The ones he robbed were typically the types of no true subject to Imperium would shed a tear over. Xenos, heretics, not all of them, of course, but the Emperor will judge Denz was a decent man. I have strong suspicion that someone here wants me dead. You don't say! How could this be? Someone wants the sole heir of the tremendous fortune dead in a place where the other contenders, the priorities of riches, have gathered? If you, Master Fidelio, are truly worthy of Denz's name, you will deal with these minor vicissitudes. Vicissitudes. Consider this my blessing. The Emperor protects you. Anyone who deserves it, that is. No matter the inheritance, when can I claim it? Just can't wait, can you? At the funeral, Denz will be delivered into the flames, and you'll announce his last will and testament, and you'll officially become your inheritance. Thanks for speaking. I must go. Okay. Let us go in here to the crematorium. And hopefully it hasn't melted in the time we made to make small talk to everyone. Alright, well. We're going. Abelard, old man.
Unexpected result.
No! I wanted to... okay, yeah, we'll just stay.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Oh. I understand.
We must act. Suits my purposes.
Oh, my
Okay,
ears are ringing.
the game is not responding to my order to shoot there, so I'm not going to die for that. But I won't do the tech use thing. I just don't want it to be weirdly glitchy with my character trying to run around like a headless chicken. Because, right, it's obvious. I'm supposed to shoot the floor now to escape. So, good reminder is what we're learning here is do all your checks before doing things. The music's still acting like we've been set on fire, but it's fine. But the XP, it's fine. It's a nice soundtrack. Reminds me of Parasite, the Maxim. Alright, let's actually read these. Heavy plasteel door, furnace, space reserved for coffins. So what's our journal say now? Yeah.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Okay. It just like actually disarms it. I won't go through with it, but I'm just curious what it says.
Operation.
This actually purpose for the needs of the crematorium. Okay, cool. It was literally just that then I'm fine with that. Cool, so we've been trapped.
My whispers crave entertainment. Should I divine our next step?
I am at your service.
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
You are authorized.
Look no further.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes that once said aloud make your eyes bleed and blood curdle.
Okay, I need to...
Comedy.
Cool. Thank you. Really? They're on fire, on fire, put them out quick. The voices come through the streams of blending something thick and foul. Your eyes are covered with whatever unbidden savior saw fit to splash over your head. I'm surprised our Death's Mechanicus person probably should be lore-wise a little bit more fine with this, but it's fine. Lordliness, are you alright? Did you hit anything? Any bad burns? You fell right through the ceiling. It's mighty high up. I don't like how you have a red name, buddy. Alright. Just wakes up, stands up. Do you happen to know who Fidelio is? I mean, wasn't that Fid Lad or whoever under Fifth Void, Hussey kept yelling like, my Fidelio, same deal, right? Who are you? What are you doing down here? We all live here, your lordliness. You see, these are the old tunnels. They dug them back in Perseus Dwayne's times, right back through the asteroid. It's a little stuffy down here, but it's warmer up than up in the big palaces on the surface. It sure is warm under the crematorium's furnace. They barely burn anyone up there, though, but they do fire it up often enough, and that's good for us. Right, so they've been murdering people in there, pretty much. Sure, sometimes odd smell makes it through the vents, like they're going to roast makes your mouth water. But, what can you do? That's the cost of comfort. You know, I'm feeling kind today. Here, for your help with the fire. They literally put it on fire. They can have that. Oh, thank you kindly. Something to buy a bit of food with, because we'll all use their soup to put... Yeah, you see. It was only 2 days old. Cool. How do I get out of here? Well, there's no climbing back in the crematorium for you. Look for yourself. It's all burned and collapsed. But it's no biggie. There's only one way up there, so you won't get lost. First, you'll need to pull this big old lever to open the walk doors. By a busted pipe where the lever is. After that, you just walk through the corridor, shaft the old warehouse, and there you are on the surface. The fact that the incompetent security turret's maintenance staff saved our lives does not make the negligence any less egregious. I will register a complaint. Okay, thanks. Okay, we're not gonna just murder them for no fucking reason.
The future is never certain.
Although we will steal their small, meager belongings. Temple inside tiny makeshift altar, candles on it, the cleanest and most well-kept structure in the vicinity. Yeah, interesting. Cool, so I guess we're just in a whole new area.
A new challenge for me?
Searching is my observance.
And we're gonna just rob all these homeless of what they can have. And melt the charge. Probably need one to actually get out of here. Okay, let's save.
It's about time.
Hey. Let me just steal all your gas. You don't need this, right? Yeah, we need it. I was a hardened boys man, and now I only surf the streams of sewage and the
None
bottles
shall
of ammunition.
stand in my way.
Say Luke has been poisoned by sewer water again. Yeah, it happens. Hey, an athletics check. How many times are you telling me? Drink condensate from capacitors, not that sludge. The condensate, not condensate. Ablord, help us.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
It's always so funny when one guy has to do the checks for the entire party. Right? This one guy jumps well and everyone else is like, yeah, I got it. Horrible stench reaches your nostrils long before you see the source. A corridor where punctured pipes are discordant streams of murky sludge. In the distance, you see the lever that opens the door leading outside. Only way to reach it is by submerging yourself into sludge. I'm too old for this hem? I think I'm going to be sick. Someone's got to go pull the lever, right? I propose our holy sister as a candidate. A seeker of spiritual purity should be put off by a little bit of ordinary muck after all. Hardy har har. Okay. This is very funny. So, I'm trying to figure out if this is just flavor. Or if this is going... Because I feel like this is going to be a carouse check, right? Because poisons and stuff like that. And toughness check. So I feel like we should send our seneschal. I serve Von Valencius. He salutes you and marches toward onward with dignity. Plus, if it's something weird, he's most likely to survive a turn at least. And we're going to get ambushed by the vagabonds here, right? Oh. Well, that was... That's an effect, alright.
What advice do you...
It also got awkwardly quiet. Cool. Do your sludgy boy.
I won't tolerate weakness.
But, let's go get loot.
Experience? Nothing matters more.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to
Ooh, brass
perceive.
knuckles. Wow, that's actually crazy.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Excellence matters.
Appears to have been gathered for centuries.
Done.
Cool. Perspicuous to Wayne's personal collection.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Compared to naval service, that was barely
Just farm
a
7 XP all day. You're probably gonna get it the first time.
Victory
My
awaits.
has detected something.
The Emperor favors me today.
There's the warehouse, which is one way out. And we're probably going to come to a close here real soon. Let me just save. Because, you know, dinner time and stuff like that. But, let's see if we can do a quick little look
It's
around.
about time.
Yeah, see, there's an item. Multi-key and just, you know, more food that the homeless people don't need. Interesting. Interesting how we get over there. Probably is like we come back down here via some other way.
Follow my lead.
Into the warehouse. Nameless debuff, I like it. Certain parts of Void Shield Arrays they look to be used but still too new to be replaced.
None shall stand in my way.
Water purification unit, okay. Thievery! Oh, the hell? Interesting. So you lose some health, but you get a pretty significant bonus to that. What does Orslack pattern mean? It's a crazy rate of fire is what that means, as far as I can tell. Do I have any auto guns for comparison? It's a las gun. I got to have like at least some auto gun, right? No? Interesting. Oh, also, something I remembered. Here's what I wanted with is I remembered that, so pistols and shotguns do not, okay. I was gonna say, pistols and shotguns do not, cause a problem in close range combat. This is something that I learned while rereading a couple things. So, bolt pistol's fine. Theo can have that. But you, miss, can have a shotgun, I guess. Because, why not? Cool. Move it, I said. If Special gets a circus station before we do, I'll have all of you recycled. Knowing your brains out of servitors won't make them work faster. You know another way to get these lazy brutes to shift themselves? Well, I'm all ears. If your inspection sees a circus station without a unit, they'll go to Vladium about this. And if Vladium falls out, he won't mince words. So give us the old Casabalican service, and he'll kick us in the trash chute without a void suit. So we're down, we'll be fine. Back in my transport days, I showed inspection the same protection screen on 8 different I showed inspection the same protection screen on 8 different sites, and I never got busted once. So you doubt Valium inspectors are any more diligent. This goes beyond the violation of right of operations and downright stakes. I like how we can ask questions as though... Okay, so who are you? Now, we're from Footfall Studios carrying our scheduled maintenance. We're not going to believe that, are you? You heard everything. I promised my wife I'd go a month without murder. Too bad, I'd rather break my word than get on the Leech's bad side. I think we kill him. Granted, they don't know who the hell we are. We literally just appeared out of the depths of hell. So I think this is fine. We're going to say the comedy option. Look, all I did was stop by a funeral and introduce myself as Fidelio. Because of this, some people have attempted to burn me alive. Others have drenched me in a swill. And now, thieving utility workers want to murder me. It's starting to feel like a bad joke. How do I just go on my merry way? Huh, sure, by all means, go ahead. Just kidding, huh? Sorry, but that's right here for you. Yeah.
Your weakness.
I'm glad those servitors are down to just murder us. Okay. We're gonna end this here. You know, we'll have a combat, and then we'll probably have another combat right after this. Now, how close are we level, curiously? So we probably won't get a level out of this fight, but probably after this mission, we'll probably get a level. Did I see a, like, no, that's a negative I keep seeing. Very cool. Well, we're kind of in a comedy mission, from what I can tell, so, yeah, we'll see what happens.